guys, and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to create this absolutely very cute vampire tapestry, and of course we're going to be using a Tunisian simple stitch technique, so fret not, I'll show you every step of it. So for starters, we're going to start by chaining 21. And for Tunisian simple stitch, we're going to work onto the back side of our chains. And if you run your fingers, you'll be able to feel the bumps, and we're going to work onto those bumps. We're going to skip the very first bump because it corresponds to the very first stitch. And we're going to go straight to the second bump. We're going to insert our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull. And again, we're going to insert our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull, and of course we're just going to continue all the way down our row, inserting a hook, yarning over and pulling. And now that we have all of our loops on our hook, we go forwards and we go backwards within one row. So for this return pass, we're going to chain one onto the very last loop of our hook, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through two, pull through two, pull through two, and we're going to continue to pull through two all the way down our row. So now that your row looks like this, I'm going to show you how to do the repeat for the rest of this project. We're going to insert our hook onto that front loop of our previous row only. Onto that front loop, we yarn over and we pull the loop onto our hook. Once again, only onto the front loop of our previous row, we're going to yarn over and pull. And we're actually going to do this all the way down our row, since this is our second row and it's also a solid color row. And once again, with all of this done, we're going to chain one onto the very last stitch. We're gonna yarn over and pull through two. We're gonna pull through two and pull through two all the way down this row. And once again, with this row finished, we're going to do a very third row, which is also a solid color. And just once again, only onto that front loop of our previous row, we're just going to insert our hook, yarn over and pull our loops onto our hook. And now for our fourth row, we're going to do 6 stitches with this background color, always remembering that that first loop counts as 1, and we just onto that front loop of our previous row for 6 stitches. And now we are going to introduce a new color. I'm just going to be using this very cute, very pretty orangey color for my mouth of the vampire, and we're just going to do that for 9 stitches. And only onto that front loop of our previous row only, I like to move my tail back and forth so that it catches with my working yarn, but just once again, only onto that front loop of our previous row. And I like to introduce a new cake of yarn for this background color. I just don't like that it creates that waste from all the way over here to all the way to the new section of this purple. It just creates a lot of waste and I don't like that. So we just continue with that new cake of yarn all the way down this row. And now for our return pass, we're just going to chain 1 onto the very last loop. We're just gonna grab our yarn and pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2 all the way down until you get to this section right here. So whenever you have 2 different color stitches in your hook, you always use that second color stitch to pull through. In this case, we're just going to drop our purple, and we're going to pick up our orange, and we're going to yarn over and pull through that very last stitch and through that very first orange stitch. And just once again, we're just going to yarn over and pull through 2, pull through 2 all the way down this section of orange. And then just once again, we're just going to exactly do the same thing. We're just going to remember that rule that whenever you have 2 different color stitches, you always use that second color stitch to pull through. We're just going to drop our orange, pick up our purple, and we're going to yarn over. We're going to pull through that orange and through that very first purple. And we're just going to continue and yarn over and pull through 2 all the way down this row. And your row should look just like this. Of course, this is actually where I leave the explanation. Everything that you need to know is within these 4 rows. You have your foundation, your color switch, your color change, color introduction, everything that you need to know, it's here. And of course, down below I leave the Pinterest pin that I'm following, or of course you can always take a screenshot of the picture on screen.